What's going on, everyone? Armlock311 here, and yesterday Bungie released this week at Bungie talking about a hotfix coming, hotfix 2.5.0.2 that will be released in mid-February. This update is all about PvP and fixing and nerfing and buffing and doing all these things to change PvP, which is desperately needed. It's been way too long since that has happened. Now, they don't give us exact specifics about what's going to happen, but they gave us what their goals were in this fix for PvP. So I go through their goals. I've heard a lot of other content creators talk about this, and I disagree with some of their interpretations, but hey, that's really on Bungie's fault because they gotta be so flippin' vague all the time. But here we go. Very first goal, they said there's gonna promote alternatives and counters to shotguns. That tells me they're not nerfing shotguns at all, which I like, but at the same time I don't like, because I'm so tired of nerfs. They've just nerfed everything since year one. That's been their answer to everything, is nerf that. So I'm glad they're finally looking at other options other than just simply nerfing something. But at the same time, in my downtime, I've been playing with fusion rifles, snipers, sidearms, and it's just so annoying to play against shotgun players, because just the maps are so tiny. There are these close quarter combat. There's very few situations where you don't want a shotgun. Like I said, close quarter maps, the different movement, Titan movement, Warlock movement, Hunter movement. It's so easy to close the distance on people in these small maps with shotguns that fusion rifles, snipers, sidearms, in order for those to be better choices or better alternatives than shotguns, like, they'd have to be so damn good. A lot of people think this means they're going to buff primaries to counter shotguns. I don't think so. I mean, they may buff some primaries, but we'll talk about that in goal too. But promote alternatives and counters to shotguns. I think they're gonna maybe buff snipers a little bit, maybe buff sidearms a little bit. I really don't think they're gonna touch fusion rifles. They've already touched that a lot in the past. They completely reworked fusion rifles from year one. I don't think they're gonna change that. So maybe a buff to sidearms. I think sidearms need a range increase. The damage drop-off's just too much to really counter a shotgun player. Hopefully snipers and sidearms get a buff. Goal 2 from Bungie: align potency of primary weapons with surgical changes. Right, surgical changes means small changes. They're not going to entirely rework primaries. So I doubt they're going to get rid of ghost bullets on hand cannons. They're not going to get rid of the bloom on hand cannons, so they're still going to be super inconsistent. Maybe small buffs to auto rifles, maybe some small changes to pulse rifles, but I don't expect a lot to happen with primaries just because they said surgical changes. Now, that also could probably mean that they're going to be more specific, like instead of just a blanket buff and blanket nerf to primaries, maybe they actually look at individual weapons or individual archetypes. Maybe that's what they mean by surgical, I don't know. Number 3, file down a couple of issues with each class. Now, when I hear file down a couple of issues, I hear nerfs. And I think the biggest nerfs are going to come to Stormcallers and Nova Bombs. Because as it stands right now, there's really no downside to running those two subclasses on the Warlock. They got amazing supers, amazing abilities, great movement if you know how to Warlock skate. I mean, there's really just like no reason to run those two classes, especially with the melee range on Stormcallers. Oh my goodness, that's getting annoying. But yeah, if they're going to file down issues with a class, I'd have to say it's going to be Warlocks. You don't see problems with Titans or Hunters. If anything, my old favorite subclass, the Blade Dancer, should get a few buffs. I mean, they nerfed that thing to the ground, but from what they say right here, it seems like a few nerfs are coming to subclasses. I have to guess those are coming to the Warlock class. Number 4, fix some issues with a sampler platter of exotics. Now, I have to assume that if they're going to be changing some exotics, it's going to be the newer exotics, specifically maybe Shinobu's Vow and also the Ophidian Aspects. Those are extremely popular right now, very strong, especially the Ophidian Aspects. They literally do everything you would want your gauntlets to do. They give you quick draw, they let you reload faster on all your weapons. What else do they do? Increased melee distance, increased melee speed, increased grenade throw distance. Everything you want on your gauntlets is in the Ophidian Aspects. And of course I use them. Like, they're amazing. Like, they're so good. They do everything that you would want a gauntlet to do. So I could see some changes for the Ophidian Aspects and Shinobu's Vow. I don't see them changing any old exotics. Maybe buffing some older exotics. I don't know. Maybe stuff that's not used very often. But yeah, I would have to guess they're going to change Ophidian Aspects and also Shinobu's Vow. And then last but not least, their fifth goal, supporting adjustments to special ammunition. Very, very interesting. I mean, they've already reduced special ammunition time after time after time, and it hasn't fixed the issue. I have to assume they're going to do it again, maybe to shotguns. Maybe that's the nerf to shotgun that's coming. Is they're going to reduce the ammo. If they reduce ammo across the board on special weapons, I think that'd be a huge mistake. Sniper rifles, it's already extremely hard to keep up with special ammo as it is for sniper rifles, because those got nerfed last time around. So just blanket nerfs to special ammunition in PvP, I think would be a bad idea. If they want to like reduce the amount of reserve ammunition on a shotgun, I think that would be alright. I think it's very easy to keep up with shotgun ammo. You start with like 6 or 7 rounds. You can get like 5 shots per special ammo crate. So that's kind of a lot for shotguns, but yeah, just a blanket special ammo nerf would be bad. And that's what I'm going to say. We realize your thirst for facts and details. I hope these snippets of information will at least tide you over until we can tell you more. So maybe they're not done with all these nerfs. That's why they're just telling us the goals right now. So it's still a work in progress. Most likely is saying this update probably isn't going to come for another 2 to 3 weeks. So they're probably still working on this as well. So those are my thoughts on what they're going to change in February come PvP. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you guys agree with me, disagree with me, or have some other thoughts completely different from mine. That's absolutely fine. Hit me up in the comment section down below. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and as always, peace.